requires a new skills and tools. So this also when you are in the new fields or new areas, there you have to build yourselves. Okay, this is the personal. Okay, so let's start with the topic resilience strategies, navigating disruption for sustainable competitiveness. So today's agenda, first of all, resilience. So first we have to see that what is meant by resilience. So in that resilience, we will see that the personal resilience, professional resilience, community resilience, then family resilience also will come in the community, and then organizational resilience, and then we will see that the resilience strategies. So one by one we will go with the topics. Strategies to improve your resilience at work, and there are 10 ways to build resilience, and then when resilience is coming, again there is a stress. So how to actually manage our stress. So stress management is also one type topic. And then with the stress management, then mindful process is required to come out from the stress. So that we will cover in today's sessions. Okay? So let's see what is meant by resilience. So resilience is a staunch acceptance of reality, a deep belief, often buttressed by strongly held values that life is meaningful, and an uncanny ability to improve. It's by how to, but okay, you see it's very hard, I think, right? Because it's just like Baba Ranchod Das, it's a machine language now. So we have to become very simple way. Okay, so the simple way is resilience. Resilience is the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats or significant sources of stress. It means bouncing back from the difficult exchange of times. So experience, difficult experience when you come back. So that is also the bounce back. Okay. Let's see what is this resiliency then. So bouncing back is the resiliency is the ability to overcome challenges of all kinds, trauma, tragedy, personal crisis, life problems, the ability to bounce back, stronger, wiser and more personally powerful. So it's just actually how the resilience and resiliency is the meaning here we have. But okay, let's see with the one of our motivational trainer how the coming back or bounce back, what is meant by bounce back and how he is explaining. So I want to play.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Vivek Bindra. I'm an international motivational speaker, leadership consultant and CEO coach. आज वापस आया हूँ. टॉपिक है how to bounce back. बहुत लोगों ने मुझसे पूछा bounce back क्या होता है, bounce back कैसे किया जाए. आप लोग बहुत क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं नीचे, बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. कमेंट बॉक्स के अंदर पूछते रहिए. आप पूछते हैं, मैं जवाब देता हूँ. आज का टॉपिक है bounce back क्या होता है और कैसे किया जाए. हर बड़े मोटिवेशनल इवेंट, मोटिवेशनल सेमिनार से इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में मैं bounce back की बात करता हूँ. ये क्या होता है bounce back? कैसे करें? बाउंस बैक करने के लिए आपको पॉसिबिलिटी स्कैनर बनना होगा. आज का मेरा फॉर्मूला है पॉसिबिलिटी स्कैनर बनना होगा. ये पॉसिबिलिटी स्कैनर क्या होता है? ढूंढो ढूंढो पॉसिबिलिटी, ढूंढो 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 पॉसिबिलिटी, ढूंढो. जीवन में हर सिचुएशन में आपको पॉसिबिलिटी ढूंढनी है, हर कंडीशन में पॉसिबिलिटी ढूंढनी है. सर्कमस्टेंशियल नहीं बनना है, सब्सटेंशियल बनना है. सर्कमस्टेंशियल वो है जो सर्कमस्टेंसेस से प्रभावित हो जाता है. सब्सटेंशियल वो है जिसको सर्कमस्टेंसेस प्रभावित नहीं करते, वो पॉसिबिलिटी ढूंढ लेता है. हर डिफिकल्टी में पॉसिबिलिटी ढूंढ लेता है. पॉसिबिलिटी स्कैनर का मतलब है ऑटो कट नहीं होना चाहिए जीवन में. लोगों को तकलीफ आते ही ऑटो कट हो जाता है. इट इज नॉट अ डेड एंड, इट्स ओनली अ स्वीट बेंड. कम ऑन, इट्स नॉट अ डेड एंड, इट्स ओनली अ स्वीट बेंड. थोड़ा सा घूम के जाना जाना पड़ेगा, लगता है डेड एंड आ गया, पॉसिबिलिटी स्कैनर बनना होगा। बाउंस बैक का अर्थ है ढूंढो क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी है, ढूंढो क्या, ये जो शटडाउन हो जाता है ना उससे बचना है। कठिन परिस्थिति के अंदर कुछ लोगों की कैपेबिलिटी शटडाउन हो जाती है, कुछ की ओपन अप हो जाती है, कुछ का ब्रेन शटडाउन हो जाता है, कुछ का ब्रेन ओपन अप हो जाता है। मैं वही चाहता हूं, ब्रेन को ओपन अप करना, पॉसिबिलिटी स्कैनर बन के ढूंढ ढूंढ के। कठिन परिस्थिति के अंदर कुछ लोगों का ऑटो कट हो जाता है, कुछ ऑटो स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं, ये ऑटो कट बंद करना है। ऑटो कट का मतलब क्या है, आपने बहुत लोग देखे होंगे जो कठिन परिस्थिति देखते ही कहते हैं अब हो नहीं सकता, यही हो सकता था। जैसे जीवन में कठिन परिस्थिति आती है लोग स्ट्रेच नहीं कर पाते, कहा गया है व्हेन यू स्ट्रेच यू ग्रो, लेकिन लोग क्या कहते हैं, जितनी चादर उतना पैर पसारो। सुना है नहीं सुना, कम ऑन, यस नो, जितनी चादर उतना पैर पसारो, यस नो, कम ऑन, नो, बिल्कुल नहीं। क्यों उतना पैर पसारो, अरे नई चादर खरीद के लाओ, डबल बेडशीट की चादर लेकर के आओ, चादर बड़ी करो, क्या चक्कर है, क्यों उतनी चादर में अपना पैर पसार के बैठे पूरा पूरा जीवन निकाल दोगे, उसी चादर में एक दिन लिपट के इस संसार से चले जाओगे। राम नाम सत्य, दुनिया में कोई तुम्हें याद करने वाला नहीं होगा। आज ही चादर बदल लो, आज ही चादर बदल लो, पॉसिबिलिटी स्कैनर बन जाओ, ढूंढो ढूंढो पॉसिबिलिटी ढूंढो। आज की बात इसी पे, बाउंस बैक करें कैसे, पॉसिबिलिटी स्कैनर बन के। इनफैक्ट इन योर लाइफ व्हेन यू गेट अ सेटबैक, डू नॉट सिट बैक, कम ऑन, ओनली स्टेप बैक टू बाउंस बैक। जब आपको सेटबैक मिलेगा, डोंट सिट बैक, ओनली स्टेप बैक टू बाउंस बैक। वापस आना है आपको, पॉसिबिलिटी ढूंढनी है। यू आर येट टू फाइंड आउट द सुपर बेस्ट इन योरसेल्फ, यू आर येट टू फाइंड आउट हु एक्चुअली, आप हो कौन, के आमी, मैं हूं कौन, फाइंड आउट द रियल यू इन योरसेल्फ। ये बाउंस बैक मैं लाया कहां से, ये बाउंस बैक मैं शब्द लाया कथा उपनिषद से। कथा उपनिषद में शास्त्रों में बताया गया है, उत्तिष्ठ जागृत प्राप्य वर्ण निबोधिता, उत्तिष्ठ जागृत, उठो जागो, प्राप्य वर्ण निबोधिता, तब तक लक्ष्य के पीछे भागो जब तक लक्ष्य प्राप्त ना हो जाए, तब तक रुकना नहीं, कम कम कम, तब तक रुकना नहीं जब तक लक्ष्य प्राप्त ना हो जाए। क्वेश्चन क्या है, आपने अभी तक लक्ष्य ही नहीं बनाया, अपना लक्ष्य बनाओ, नीचे लिखो कौन से लक्ष्य के पीछे भागोगे, तब तक बाउंस बैक करना जब तक लक्ष्य अचीव ना हो जाए। उत्तिष्ठ उत्तिष्ठ, खड़े हो जाओ, वीडियो देखने के बाद खड़े हो जाओ, जागृत प्राप्य वर्ण निबोधिता, बाउंस बैक। व्हेन यू गेट अ सेटबैक, डू नॉट सिट बैक, ओनली स्टेप बैक टू बाउंस बैक। जिस दिन आप पॉसिबिलिटीज को स्कैन करके निकालना सीख गए ना, जिस दिन आप हर सिचुएशन में पॉसिबिलिटी निकालना सीख गए, आपका पुनर्जन्म हो जाएगा, रीबर्थ हो जाएगा। कम ऑन, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू। आज मैं आप सबको जन्मदिन की बधाई देना चाहता हूं, अगर आप पॉसिबिलिटी स्कैन करना सीख गए। मैं सच बता रहा हूं आपको, बाउंस बैक करें, पूरे भारत देश को बाउंस बैक कराने के मेरे इस मिशन में क्या आप मेरी मदद करना चाहेंगे? मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूं, क्या आप मेरी मदद करना चाहेंगे? अगर आप चाहते हैं मेरी मदद करना तो फेसबुक या व्हाट्सएप पे इस वीडियो को जरूर शेयर करिए, और आज मैं चाहता हूं आप अपनी स्टोरी नीचे लिखिए, बताइए।
ओके, एवरीवन एकदम साइलेंस हो गए, but now you have energetic, because I am not that much energetic that like Brinda. But yes, what he says is really, we have to be. That's the reason actually resilience. Are you able to see now? That's okay. It's comfortable. Okay. So that's the actually the today's resilience, bounce back. So we have to go with this bounce back and the resilience, because organizations, personal, professional, all are depends on us. Because what is the organization, institute, or everyone? It's nothing but the people who are working there. And with that, actually, the name and the fame is coming with the, our brand is also happening with the that person. So that's why this session is very important. So let's go ahead. So resilience is the ability to bounce back, okay, adapt and remain, as we say. Okay, it's again, उठो जागो और तैयार हो जाओ. So that's the remain. Then take on difficult challenge and find meaning in life. Respond positively to difficult situations. Rise above diversity. The capacity of individual, community, or system to adapt in order to sustain an acceptable level of function, structure, and identity. Cope when things look bleak. When we are actually seeing that, okay, it's a difficult time, so we have to face, overcome, and even be strengthened by experiences of adversity. Tap into hope. Hope is always good, because we have hopes. That's why we are also here. So we have the tomorrows. We are thinking about tomorrow. And for the tomorrows, we have the hope. Okay, it will be better, like that. So tap on into hope. Ability to bounce forward in the face of uncertain future. transfer unfavorable situations into wisdom, insight and compassion, and at the last is endurance. So resilience attributes confident ourselves. So we have to be confident in the ourselves. Then optimistic, yes, of course optimistic, positive. We have to think about positive always. We have to even when we are speaking with each other or in general. So we have to be think or we have to speak positive words. Self-aware. We know actually ourselves. We have to know ourselves. Then self-managing. We have to manage ourselves. Appreciate. Then helpful. We have to appreciate to others also. So when stress or when you are having your colleagues, when you are working in an organization, so you have to build a team. And when we are building the team, so there we have to appreciate to their works also. So if we are not appreciating the peoples, then they are not valuing you also. It's like give respect, take respect, like that. So helpful, we have to be helpful to each and every person. So the person who is helping to others is become more resilient. So that we will see. Then accepting, okay, whatever is there, we have to accept. How is there, we have to accept. So that is also, and we have to thanks to God, okay, you have given me the good things in my life. So that's the accepting nature we have to build in ourselves. Then collaborative, empathic, goal-oriented, future-minded, okay, always think about the future, what will get happens in next, because you are all from the management and research institutes. So that is very important. So we have to think about the future, what will come in next days. Purposefulness, okay, why I am here, like that, I have told you. So like we also have to ask ourselves, why I came in this nature, why I come in the world, what is my meaning, what's actually I have to do, what is I am for the organization, what I am contributing to my organizations. So that we think in this way, we act in this way, then we will have our purpose. So we will be purposeful. Then proactive, we have to act on the proactive basis. And reframing, always we have to reframe ourselves. And that's the reason when actually I am working, I am studying, like that. So that's the reason I am also association with the institutes and like that. So that we have to be reframing ourselves. So let's see. Next, okay, the modern definition. Okay, the modern definition of resilience, advancing. Advancing is the goal orientation, work towards your vision. Despite, be proactive, don't wait for the adverse, yes. Actually that we have to remove that. No, we have to remove these. Are they? Because my full slides are full. Okay, no problem.
खाली ड्रैग कर
साइडला कॉर्नर्स बघ
ड्रॅग कर
Despite, so be proactive, don't wait for adversity. And then adversity is the both large and small everyday challenges, because every day we have small challenges. Even when we are traveling from home to our organization or our work or our school or colleges, we have challenges. Every day we have different challenges, and that we have to small challenge we have to cover. So resiliency is that quality that allows some people to be knocked down by life. So people getting down, okay, and come back stronger than ever. Whenever we are also hearing day by day or every day in newspaper, magazine or everywhere, we are seeing that okay, this person has gone down, but he has again come back, and he has again the organization also. The organization has gone down, but now with the new technology or new innovations, they are coming up now again. So like that, and come back stronger than ever. So it has to be then they are thinking about the futures rather than letting failure overcome the situation and find way to rise from the zero. So they just want actually, some people just want actually the like that. So just some point, the point of starts. So with an ignition चाहिए रहता है उनको. So that actually ignition, when they found the ignition, then they starts their journey. The resilience is best understood as a process. It is often mistakenly assumed to be a trait of the individual, an idea more typically referred to as resiliency. So the resilience, very in simple term, it is the power to keep going. The power of all now here today. We all sit together. So there also some power is generating. You are believing on the spiritual, right? So here also the positive things are now generating, because when we are become a more actually focus on some sport project or some goals, then it's the power of positivity is also rising. So the why resilience is becoming more important in nowadays. So there are the two factors. So one is the enduring factor and second is the emerging factor. So the enduring factor is nothing but the success doesn't come easy. So for success, it's really a hard way. So there actually we have to go with the very hard way. We have to work hard and then only we get the success. Then global instability and uncertainty. Okay. There also we have to uncertainty, instability, but we have to recover them. The knocks of life. So we have to always knock with the doors. Okay. What the opportunity will open, that open. But we have to knock. We don't have to stop knocking. And but also emerging factor is accelerating change, misinformation overload, robot workers, like we have to continue, we have to do certain things again and again. That's innovate or do like that. So the importance of resilience by the definition of Heraclitus, a Greek philosopher, that is the change is the only constant in life. Change management, that's the reason we always think about the change management. So change management is, that's every day we have to think about the change. If we change, then the world is also changing. So there is no longer a job or life in one stable organization where employer manages career development for each employee. So that's the reason people are leaving from one organization to other to third, like that. So there they are changing, because even they will not change, they will not grow. So like that in the organization or industrial, because I am coming from the industrial background, so it's happening also there. So it is also happening in academic everywhere. So employers are seeking a flexible workforce where employees are able to demonstrate resilience in the face of rapid change. So that actually employer is looking into the employee, how he is resilient, how he is behaving, and how he is working. So that's also is required. Everyone is now responsible for their own career development in a world of organizational and labor market change. Employers state that they require a resilient workforce. Okay, when employee is resilient, okay, he is resilient. But if the workforce is not resilient, then he also not able to perform, or he is not able to give that much of output. So that's the reason actually workforce is also required, resilient workforce. And that resilient workforce, we will see in next slide who is responsible, how to build the workforce resilient. So that is very important for the generating the workforce resilient. So now all about this background. So we have is why this session is important for us today. So this is very important to ask this question, because that's the reason actually when you will go back. So I will say that you have a change. You have a change. You have change with the thinking. You have change with the action also, and the goals also. So that's the reason this is very important today's session. I think when I am traveling, I think that you are not able to see. It's okay, na? Otherwise you can just move that side. Yes, if you also, because I think don't everyone has to actually get all this. Otherwise, if someone is missing, then I am thinking that okay, it's not good. Okay. So most research now shows that resilience is the result of individual being able to interact with their environment and the processes that either promote well-being or protect them against the overwhelming influence of risk factors. So whenever we have the actual journey of our success, we have the risk, and whatever the risk factors we are calculating and overcoming that risk factors, so that becoming that actually that transforming in the success. So these processes can be individual coping strategies. So sometimes we are copying also from our parents, their experiences, then our actually our teachers, their experiences, or whoever around our friends, circles, family circles, community circle, like that. So that also actually the coping strategies, or maybe helpful along by good families, schools also, and schools, institutes. So these very important. So that like now these institutes, D.Y. Patil Institute, now taking this session is very good, because from this session you are also transforming this to the students, and when we are transferring to the students, so that actually becoming the multiplying factors. So communities and social policies that make resilience more likely to occur. So important is defense people have against stress. So when there is a stress, how to come out from the stress involves behavior, thoughts and actions that can be learned and developed in anyone. It is tremendously influenced by a person's environment. So you all are agree that person is get happen with the environment. So his thoughts, his behavior, his thinking, so all is gets actually happens when the environment is good. So when environment, we are building the environment good, then the person is gets developed in this way. So why we are actually thinking about the good colleges, given the admissions to our kid in the good schools, good colleges. Why we are living in good area, good society, or like that? Because we also want that, okay, that has to get transferred to our kid, our family, or like that. And that is very important. So that's the reason actually institute is very important for making the resilient people. So let's discuss what is your adversity right now. Okay, what are your concerns? So you have to ask ourselves, okay, why this, and how did you react in the past? If you have the stress, or you have the anger, or depression, like that. So then in that time, how you have behavior? How have you bounced back in the past? Just think, go in the past, think about this, and then you will find the more and more solutions also. And nature of nurture. So resilience stories, that's the reason. Take 2 minutes for this. I will suggest if someone wants to share his resilience stories or bounce back stories, please come to the stage and just share with all our colleagues or our participants. Is there anyone want to share? No one? No one? Okay. So then we will just see how we will okay. Now we will see just, let's see. I will show you now from our famous. We will, let's see that his experience.
आज के इस कार्यक्रम में मुझे आमंत्रित करने के लिए मैं अंबानी और रिलायंस परिवार को अपना आभार प्रकट करता हूं और साथ साथ अपनी शुभकामनाएं भी देता हूं। कई बार लोग कहते हैं धीरूभाई अंबानी के बारे में इतना कुछ लिखा पढ़ा जा चुका है, उनका जीवन तो एक खुली किताब है, हर साल वही किताब पढ़ने से दोहराने से क्या फायदा है? तो जवाब उसका ये है कि गीता को हम बार बार क्यों पढ़ते हैं? क्योंकि हर बार जब हम गीता को पढ़ते हैं तो उसमें हमें एक नई सीख, नई सोच, एक नया उद्देश्य मिलता है। धीरूभाई का जीवन गीता उपदेश से कम नहीं था। कर्मयोगी थे वो। कहते थे ईश्वर ने हमें दो मार्ग दिए हैं उन तक पहुंचने के लिए, एक भक्ति और ध्यान का और दूसरा कर्म और ज्ञान का। मैं दूसरे मार्ग पर चलने वाला इंसान हूं। कर्म को धर्म मानता हूं और ज्ञान को ही ईश्वर। हिंदुस्तान को जिसने गुलामी की मानसिकता से जगाया, जिसने हमारी क्षमता से परिचय करवाया, टेक्नोलॉजी को गले लगाया और एक ऐसे इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन का निर्माण किया कि बड़े बड़े मुल्कों के बड़े बड़े हुक्मरानों ने यह पूछना शुरू कर दिया कि हु इज दिस धीरूभाई एंड वेयर इज ही फ्रॉम। धीरूभाई का मानना था कि लोगों में खुशी के साथ साथ अपनापन बांटने से भरोसा बढ़ता है। शायद इसीलिए जो अभी ईशा और राकेश ने कहा, उन्होंने अपनी कंपनी का नाम दिया रिलायंस। भरोसा। ये पूछे जाने पर कि वो सबसे ज्यादा खुश कब होते थे, तो जवाब मिला जब हिंदुस्तान खुश होता है। अपनी दौलत, अपनी संपत्ति को बांटना, यह उनका व्यक्तित्व था। छोटे से छोटे दफ्तर में पीएम से लेकर के होटल के कर्मचारियों, सड़क पे चलते आम आदमी को उन्होंने रिलायंस के शेयर्स बांटे और उन्हें धन बनाने का अवसर दिया। देवियों सज्जनों, मुझ पर भी एक बार उनकी दया दृष्टि पड़ी। जीवन में एक बार ऐसा दौर आया जब मैं बैंकरप्ट हो गया, दिवालिया हो गया। मेरी बनाई हुई कंपनी घाटे में चली गई, करोड़ों का कर्जा चढ़ गया, मेरा व्यक्तिगत बैंक बैलेंस जीरो यानी शून्य हो गया। कमाई के सब जरिए बंद थे और सरकार की तरफ से घर पर कुर्की के छापे लग गए। ये बात धीरूभाई को पता चली। बिना किसी से पूछे या जाने उन्होंने अपने छोटे बेटे और मेरे मित्र अनिल से कहा, इसका बुरा वक्त है, इसे कुछ पैसे दे दो। अनिल ने मुझे आकर ये बताया, धीरूभाई सज्जनों, जितना वो देना चाह रहे थे उससे मेरी सारी दुविधा और परेशानियां खत्म हो जाती। उनकी उदारता पर मैं भावुक हुआ, लेकिन मुझे लगा कि मैं उनकी उदारता को स्वीकार न कर पाऊंगा। ईश्वर की कृपा रही और कुछ संकट के दिनों के बाद समा बदला, काम मिलना शुरू हुआ और धीरे धीरे मैं अपने सारे कर्जे उतार पाया। एक शाम धीरूभाई के निवास स्थान से इवेंट पर एक दावत के अवसर पर मुझे भी आमंत्रित किया गया। तो ऊपर लॉन में एक तरफ धीरूभाई एक बड़े से मेज पर अपने कुछ मित्रों, बड़े फाइनेंशियल और कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड के दुनिया के दिग्गजों के साथ बैठे बात कर रहे थे। मुझ पर नजर पड़ी तो मुझे बुलाया और कहा, यहां मेरे साथ बैठो। मुझे बड़ा अजीब लगा। मैंने क्षमा मांगी और कहा, मैं उधर अपने मित्रों के साथ बैठा हूं, वहीं ठीक हूं। उन्होंने जिद की और बैठा लिया मुझे। फिर अपनी उस दिग्गजों की महफिल में उन्होंने कहा, यह लड़का गिर गया था लेकिन अपने बल पर फिर खड़ा हो गया, मैं इसकी इज्जत करता हूं। उनका ये व्यवहार और उनके वो शब्द मेरे लिए उस धनराशि से हजारों गुना ज्यादा मूल्यवान थे, जितना कि वो मुझे मेरी संकट से बाहर आने के लिए देने के लिए तैयार थे। ये उन्हीं का प्यार है। धीरूभाई अपने देशवासियों के लिए क्या मायने रखते थे, उस पर एक काल्पनिक, एक इमेजिनरी टेल को मैं यहां बयान करना चाहूंगा। दो बुजुर्ग कमरे में बैठे कुछ गंभीर बातें कर रहे थे और उसमें व्यस्त थे। एक बुजुर्ग का पोता जो था, छोटा बच्चा, कमरे में खेल रहा था, इधर उधर दौड़े, आवाज करे और अपने दादा को डिस्टर्ब कर रहा था। बच्चे को वहां से हटाने के लिए बुजुर्ग ने वहां पर पड़ी एक मैगजीन का पन्ना फाड़ा और उसके कई टुकड़े कर दिए। बच्चा देखकर चिल्ला, अरे दादू ये क्या किया आपने? इस पर तो हिंदुस्तान का नक्शा था, आपने तो फाड़ दिया इसे। दादू ने बच्चे से कहा, चल जा, तू जोड़ दे, जा जोड़ के लेके आ जा। बच्चे को कमरे से बाहर भेजने का उपाय अच्छा था, पर कुछ ही मिनटों में वो बच्चा वापस कमरे में और हाथ में जुड़ा हुआ पन्ना। दादू हैरान, पूछा इतनी जल्दी कैसे जोड़ दिया? बड़ा आसान था, दादू। बच्चा बोला, इसके पीछे एक आदमी की तस्वीर थी, मैंने उस तस्वीर को जोड़ा और इंडिया अपने आप जुड़ गया। दादू ने पन्ना घुमाकर देखा, पीछे सारे इंडिया को जोड़ने वाले धीरूभाई अंबानी की तस्वीर थी। देवी और सज्जनों, नमस्कार और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आज के इस कार्यक्रम में मुझे आमंत्रित कर
Okay, come back. Okay, so what you learn now from this video? See, this session should be interactive. If I will only speak, then there is no meaning. Am I right? Are you agree? हाँ, आवाज नहीं आ रहा है। आवाज नहीं आ रहा है, फिर भी? Yes, sir. Yes. So now, what you actually learn from this video? What you observe? Anyone?
We can start from any
Yes. Okay. Now,
Believe yourself.
believe yourself. Yes. Then, when he actually has a bad time, and when he has not, some people are offering him. With that actually money, he is able to come out from that difficult phase. But he has a self-respect. That respect he doesn't have. So he has refused to take that money from Dhirubhai Ambani. And he has taken, actually he is actually find the solutions and ways to come from that difficult time. Okay? You have seen that. Then how actually he feel proud when one function he has gone and then Dhirubhai Ambani said that ये लड़का तो गिर गया था, वो वापिस उड़ गया. How you feel proud? Yeah? Are we agree? So that's actually very important in our self-respect and self-made. Yes, self-made, self-respect. So actually that's when you are coming from, again you are bouncing back or you are coming. So that's actually, see why I want to show you. This is one story which actually, because okay, and it happens with everyone, all of us, everyone it is happening. Maybe in small way or bigger way or like that. And then actually that's the reason why India is actually the more successful right now, because Indian people know the challenges, because they are facing daily the challenges. They have the challenges, their life is in challenges, and they know how to come back and how to grow. So that they doesn't have to teach. Okay, but if we are in the institutes, we are in the management institutes. So management is actually is our subject, and when we are working in the management, it is our duty to give that management. The management will be change management, stress management, whatever. The management with, okay, you will say marketing, operational, supply chain, like that. But that is also why, because that is secondary, but this is management is first, because we have to learn the manage, first of all, to manage the things. And when we are managing the things, okay, so then the things will get happens. Everyone is agree? So that's actually interactive. Huh? This session should be interactive. Then actually it is really, I will say that, okay, we will get. So then from that, okay, we will see that what the resilient person. A resilient person is likely to recognize and manage their own feelings and understand feelings of others. खुद को भी समझना है, दूसरों को भी समझने चाहिए, दूसरों को भी समझ के लेना चाहिए. If we are just actually understanding ourselves, that means selfish. But we have to think about others also. That's the resilient. So have a sense of independent and self-worth. Independent. हमारा ये problem हमें निकालना है. It's our problem. We have to come out from our problem. No one will. Okay. For helping, we have to ask the help also. No doubts. We have to ask the help to our teacher, whoever. Our, I will say, apply. And that's the reason always in the organization or if you are in the family or this, I will say you have to keep two rules. Two rules. If you follow the two rules in your life, then you will become successful. Or you will not never get failed. So one is that never ever do anything without asking your upline. So whenever you have to do anything or you have to take an opinion about your upline. Upline may be your family, grandfather, father, mother, whoever. Family, friends, like that. So upline. So that is the first rule. And second rule, because they will guide you. They will teach you because they have the experience. So they will tell you that what to do, what not to do. If you do like this, you will become like this. If you not do this, you will become like this. So they will guide you. So in this way, this first rule is always is important. And second rule is very important. Second rule is never ever pass on. Never ever pass on the negative things to the downline. Because you are always in the middle. You have the upline, you have the downline. So for the downline, the rule is never ever pass on the negative things to the downline. You have to keep always them positive. Because when you will keep positive them, it will reward. So positivity also reward to you. And then it makes a aura. You know aura? Aura is the layers around us. It's a spiritual, huh? But aura is the layers around us. So when we have a actually speaking, behaving like that, we are making our aura. So that aura, I will tell you in mindfulness that way I will take it. So that also how it generates, how it reflects like that. So form and maintain positive, mutually successful relationships with others. So relationship is very important because always all the things are important for the relationship. It is depend on the relationships. Be able to solve problems and make informed decisions. So decisions also we have to take the decisions and inform to the others also. When you are in the family, whenever you are taking the decisions, you are talking with your wife, your kids, your parents, like that. So I am taking the decisions and I will go in this way, like that. Okay? So have a sense of purpose and goals for the future. So our goals also we have to share with our colleagues, for our family, like that. And then it has a purpose. It's a sense of purpose. So what I need to know? What constitutes adversity is in the eye of beholder. So we'll see the picture. So when it is actually whenever sad time, you are sad. When you are looking in the mirror, it reflects. Okay, it is me. So that's actually the adversity. So some successful persons, what they say is a quote from the successful persons. The quote like, see, people are like tea bags. They don't know how strong they are until they are put in the hot water. So when get it hot water, that actually give the aroma, that give the energy to the who is drinking that tea. So it's by Roosevelt. Then I am not happened to me. I am what I choose to become. This is by John. And then I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So it is by Edison. You know, bulb theory. And then failure is an important part of your growth and developing resilience. Don't be afraid to fail. This is by Obama. Life doesn't get easier or more forgive. We get stronger and more resilient. This is by Maravil. So these are the actually some successful persons who why what they are thinking about the bounce back or resilient and like resiliency. So the factors that makes someone resilient. So that we see that positive attitude, optimism, ability to regulate emotions, ability to see failures as a form of helpful feedback. These are the some factors. The primary factor is to have relationship that provide care and support, create and love and trust, then and offer encouragement both within and outside family, both sides. Additional factors like the capacity to make realistic plan, having self-confidence and positive self-image, developing communication skill, and capacity to manage strong feelings and impulses. So communication is also important. How you communicate. That communication is the part of your life also. So number of other factors that promote resilience. So these are the ability to cope with stress effectively and in a healthy manner. So whenever there is actually down back or that we are pain, that time stress is the natural phenomenon. Stress is. That's the reason actually people are saying, I have stress, I have stress, I have stress. Yes, it's good. But sometimes stress is good. Sometimes it is bad. The stress, how we are managing with the stress, that is important. Otherwise stress is good, I will say. If you doesn't have the stress, you will not grow. Only thing is that how we are managing with the stress. So that is very important. Then having a good problem solving skill. Okay. Then seeking help. Holding the belief that there is something one can do to manage your feelings and hope. Having social support. Being connected with others such as family or friends. So meet them. Actually you have to take a time, you have to spend some time with family, friends, like that. And you have to focus on ourselves also. Otherwise you will get collapsed. So then being connected with with the others like family and friends. Self-disclosure of the trauma to loved ones. Spirituality. So spirituality, I will take that also in next slides. Having an identity as a survivor as opposed to a victim and helping others. So these are the other factors which promote resilience, which supports the resilience. So in the small way resilience is the equation, because we are the mathematical person. Okay. So only theoretical will not get in. So that actually the mathematical is copying plus grit plus emotional intelligence plus sense. So what mean by copying? Copying is being able to tap into inner resources, that is skills and strengths to cope and recover from problems, setbacks and challenges, and to bounce back. Grit means resilient people never give up. They find themselves and strength to tackle the problems head on, overcome the adversity and move on their lives. The emotional intelligence is nothing but the being able to analyze and manage feelings and emotions is a key success factor to deal with difficult situations more positively. Sense making, being able to make sense of past experiences, because we are learning from the past always. And that there is actually, if we are making the mistakes or like that, that does not it happens again. So that for that care, sense making is very important. So learn from them, being able to make life meaningful by having a sense of purpose and goals for the future. So we'll come now to now we have seen what is meant by resilience, resiliency, resilient people, their experience, how they come back, one example like that. So that one session. Okay. Now the resilience, the types of resilience. So first of all, the resilience comes from the personal, individual, because that again from me. Whenever we have, because I have worked in quality also, so we are always talking. Now what do you mean by quality? The quality starts with me. When I have a quality, I will produce the quality. So that's the reason actually it is very important that personal and or individual resilience. So individual resilience is the person's ability to positively cope after failure, setback and losses. Developing resilience is the personal journey. Individuals do not react the same way to traumatic or stressful life events. So whenever there is stress, take a moment, calm down, take a breath. Don't react immediately. So that's actually the personal, how you will become the personal. And then an approach to build resilience that works for one person might not work for another. People use varying strategies to build their resilience, because resilience can be learned, it can be strengthened. And that's the reason today's session, resilience strategy. So how the strategies is actually get made, and why it is getting useful. So that actually, this is the foundation, this is the platform now we are building. So when we build the platform, then we are able to make the strategies. So if personal resilience is related to many factors, including individual health and well-being, individual aspects, life history, experiences, their social supports, their relationships, communications, all these things. So these are the 10 ways to build the resilience, personal resilience. So first of all, make connections. Network, make our network strong. Because why the IT companies are now growing? IT, information, because they are getting the information. So that there is a more making connections. Self-discovery, we have to find. Always we have to dig. Okay, then we will get something. So then accepting and managing the changes, change management. Again, change management. We have to be ready for the changes. Keeping things in perspective manner. Okay, first we be perspective. Then taking decisions, actions. Okay, moving towards the goal. So goal setting and actually traveling to the goals. Nurturing self-esteem. Maintaining hope and positivity. Always positive and hope, because belief theory. All is well. You have heard, no? All is well. So like that. So all is well. Hope. Taking care of oneself. Seeing crisis as surmountable problems. So these are the 10 ways to build our personal resilience. So when we will build the personal resilience, it is actually transformed to the family, then community, and then professional, and then organizational. So like that. So make connections. I just told you about these things. Cultivate good relationships, accept help and support from others, assist others also. Look for opportunities for self-discovery. Know yourself, your strength and self-worth. Accept that change is a part of living. Because change is very important, and that is must. So learn ways and techniques to manage change. Keep things in perspective. See broader context, long-term perspectives, and then if this take decisive actions to five problems. Adopt a solution mindset. Use problem resolution tools and techniques. So always, maybe small tools we have to adapt for this. So from us, it becomes a family. First of all, we are here, then our family. So we are building a family, and if we have to build our family resilient, so family resilience is the coping process, because your kids are also copying to you. We are copying to our parents. We are copying to our grandparents, like that. So we are also copying. So the copying is the family resilience. They are copying, they are seeing, and then they are acting. So same way they are also building. The crisis events, sometimes crisis happens with the family, Sometimes there is actually quarrel between the two brothers and like that, and the property issues and like that. So crisis happens. And from that crisis also, then the person has their mindset. So where the person gets mindset is actually reflects on the family resilience. So crisis events and persistent stressors affect the whole family, posing risk not only for individual dysfunction but also for relational conflict and family breakdown. So three key factors in family resilience. So that is by the Wilson and Hirsch. He has actually defined these three factors. So one is by making meaning in adversity, creating a sense of coherence and providing a positive outlook. Second one is by facilitating flexibility, capacity to adopt, connectedness and cohesion, emotional and structural bonding and acceptability to resources. Family communications enhance resilience by engaging clear communication, open and emotional expressions, trust and collaborative problem solving and conflict management. So conflict management is also one, because I don't know, but some have the bosses. So how to deal with the bosses? So that's conflict management again. So every day you have the conflict management with the work everywhere. So that conflict, even when you are actually driving or like that, and someone had dash with your car or bike or like that, then their conflict how to deal that conflict management. That's also one very good actually management, I will say, because we are from the management. So we have to actually think about the how to deal that situation also. So these are the three key factors for in family resilience. After family becomes community now. It's now begin bigger. From I, then my family, then community, like that. So it is community that takes intentional action to enhance the personal and collective capacity of its citizens. So now we are working in a Pimpri-Chinchwad area. So we have our community like citizens and institutions like now we are sitting. So that responds to and influence the course of social and economic change. So these management research institutes, they are actually making the changes to the community. So our role is very important, and that's why it is very important that this institute has give this session or this subject. I will say really thanks to the management. They have actually take this subject. So this is very good subject because now you are the people or we are the people. I will say not you. We are the people who are actually building the community, resilient community. I will say, which will actually help to grow the social and economic change. We will make the changes. So for a community to be resilient, its members must put into practice early and effective actions so that they can respond to change. When responding to stressful event, a resilient community will be able to strengthen community bond, resources and the capacity to cope. So fostering community resilience. Fostering community resilience will greatly depends on the community itself and involve the community working as a whole. Community resilience involve the following factors. One is connections and caring. So taking care of itself in community is also important, and how you are connected with each other. So that's also very important. So collective resources, and then collectively we have to build the resources like these sessions or then institutes or like that, so that we are able to build our community more and more stronger. Critical analysis of the community, skill bounding. So critical analysis of the community. So this critical analysis, that means what is required now to build our community. Nowadays, what's the problem in the community? How we have to think about that solving the problems so that our community will get built with the change, with a strong way, so that it will help to each other. It will help to all people. So like that we have to do the critical analysis. Skill buildings for community members, preventions, preparedness and response to stressful events. Stressful, always. Then we have to come out. The community also in stressful manage. Right now, you are hearing nowadays Maratha Arakshan and all these things. Now, you are right? So this is now community. So this is also happening with the community. How they are coming up now. So we have to think that, okay, how this problem has to get solved, how they have to come with a good way, so that everyone is happy, everyone has to do better. And they also, so actually thinking, listening, all these things will come in the community to solve the problem. Because when you are the people actually who is a good listener, you are giving the good things also. So first of all, we have to be good listener also. So I think you are agree with me up to this, am I right? Yes, actually again ना वापिस ठंडे मत अभी आएंगे हम लोग वापिस आएंगे. Okay, factors promote to resilience. People who can resilient are able to maintain high self-esteem. We have seen in the video. So how actually Amitabh Bachchan is self-esteem and self-efficacy in spite of the challenges they face. So proud, we are actually feeling proud when we are actually having this difficult time over and we become successful. Then by fostering resilience, people are building psychological defense against stress. Once they know, okay, that time I have a stress. Once they go through that stress or that difficulty, so then they are not actually, they will become free, very free. And again and again when the actually the problems are coming, then he is not worried. He says, okay, I know how to manage. I know how to deal with this problem. So he becomes then regular. The more resources and defense available during a time of struggle, the better able to cope and bounce back from adverse circumstances people will be. A person's ability to regain a sense of normalcy or define a new normalcy after adverse circumstances will be partially based on the resource available to him or her. So these are actually, okay, we have seen now earlier the 10 ways to build the personal resilience. Now we are saying that, okay, in a professional life, when we are professional, so in our professional life, like you are, now some are faculty, maybe professor, assistant professor, whatever, teacher or students or like that. So you will become a professional manner. So in the professional manner, 8 steps to build the resilience. So one is accept the change. First thing, find ways to become more comfortable and with the change and active. So that is first stage. Second is the become a continuous learner. We have to, okay, in a professional life, we have to give also to the others. So that's the reason actually become a continuous learner. Learn new skills, gain new understanding and apply them in times of change. Take charge. You have to take a charge. You have to sit on the driver's seat. Okay, now I will drive. I will now give the solutions. So take a charge. Take a charge of your own career and your own development. Then find your sense of purpose. Why I am here, why I have to do, what I have to do, when I have to do, like that. So that helps you to assess setbacks within a framework of a broader perspective. Then skills shift. Reframe how you see your skills, talents and interests. And that we have to implement in our work and in our areas. Then reflection fosters learning, new perspectives and self-awareness. Cultivate relationships. Cultivate relationship. It has to become stronger every day. So see, breaking is taking 1 minute or 1 second or 1 moment, but building requires too much long time. So that's the reason. Actually, relation, you have to build the relation. So don't break it immediately. So actually think, you have to build and build like that. So cultivate relationship. Develop and nurture a broad network of personal and professional relationships also. Then pay attention to self-identity. Form your identity apart from your job. Stay true to your values. So these are the 8 steps to build our professional resilience. So these are very important in our life. Then we come to the when we are actually the professional now, we go to the organization because we are working now with the organization. Maybe some people are professional, they are self-employed, but some are employee. They are also employer, employee and all these factors also. So in the organization resilience, so what you are seeing in the picture, all know the chess. What you observe? So वजीरी गिर गया, correct? So when this fact happens in the organization and this thing, so actually the organizational resilience is the ability and capacity of a workplace to withstand potential significant economic times, systematic risks or systematic disruption by adapting, recovering or resisting, being affected and resuming core operations or continuing to provide an acceptable level of functioning and structure. So here whenever actually the changes happens or we have to build our organization in the resilient way, so actually these are the abilities. Whenever actually our main things is get fall down or we have to all our has to take him back and then we have to find the challenges for the incorporation of resilience into workplace is to identify what enhances the ability of an organization to rebound effectively. Then we have to think that our organizations, what is our strength? Then again we have to do the SWOT analysis. What is our strength? What is our weakness? Our opportunity, what the opportunities are in the markets. Then the threats, what the threats is. So SWOT analysis is also one part in the organization. On that basis, then we are able to rebound again in the organizational resilience. So that for that organizational resilience, workflows or workplace is very important. So meaning workplace resilience involve identifying and evaluating the following. So first is past and present mechanism, what we have earlier, what we have today, the mechanism we have, systems and practices that increase safety, because safety is very important for the persons who are working in the organizations. Safety is the first concern. Safety means anyway, not only with the accidents or like that, but it is always to taking care of the people, taking care of their stresses, taking care of their lives, their timing, all their family, all these things. So this is the safety. Past and present mechanisms and practices that decrease errors. If they are making the mistakes, why they are making the mistake, what is happening. So that has to get understand, and on that basis, workplace or workforce or this has to get resilient more effectively. So that is very important. So it again reflects to the decreasing the errors of the persons, of his where or its things. Necessary redundancy in systems, planning and programming that demonstrate collective mindfulness, anticipation of potential trouble and solutions to potential problems. So that anticipation is also required, because then you are in the team now. Now if there is a team with the actually different areas. So that is coming together. Then we have to solve that problems with the teams. Then we have to listen to each and every person, and then has to come out with the solutions. So that is very important. Supportive and resilience friendly environment. So for that, see, there are two things is important. One is management, because again, what the employee or what the people will say that okay, management have to do this. Like we are saying that government has to do like this. But what we are contributing to the work like that. So that's the management. What the management? Right now we are discussing on the organization. So I will discuss on organization. So management has to provide the healthy workplace practices. They have to provide that. That is their core responsibility. Then recognition, management. They have to recognize the people. They have to give the person's abilities work to that person. Then sense making, fail management. Okay, if we fail, okay, don't worry. You've seen that Chandrayaan 2. What happens? And then again in Chandrayaan 3. So Chandrayaan 2 again failed. That time he failed, but again, the Modi ji has gone to the, and then she said that don't worry, next time we will be successful. And then when we come with the Chandrayaan 3, we become successful. But that time, fail man, okay, that fail man, but we don't have to. The management also required that okay, they said no, don't worry. Okay, it happens, no problem. We will come out. We will see that okay, how we will solve these problems. What the problem we will face, we have faced. Will take us learning from that problem, and then we will come out from the problem. So like that, fail management is also required. Training and development. So suppose, see, let's just fail management, I will just ask one question. If suppose some management will say, you fail, okay, you go higher. What do you think? What will happen? Demotivation. This organization will grow or no? That organization will not grow, because that person knows why he failed. He knows the roots, the root cause, and he know how to tackle that root cause. That's the reason actually that well management is very important, and it is very hard decision that time, because I have worked in the industries, so we know that happens in the industries. But that actually, how the management is taking that decisions or actions, that is very important. Then training and development. So they have to give the training and development to the persons to develop their skills, their educational levels also. Then change management. Sometimes changes required. Like quality. If suppose I have worked in quality, you think that okay, the person was working earlier in quality, how will he become a projects management? How you become a business development manager? How you become a supply chain manager? How? Why? But that change is important when you are. But that is actually again the things actually the management is making. What is the necessary that times? So according to the situation that we have to change, we have to accept the change. Conflict management, we have seen that conflict is happening every day. So that actually the conflict management how it is taking. Then situational leadership, and they also have to build the leadership. So helpful tool is emotional and social intelligence. So that is the helpful tools they have to use. Appreciative inquiry, they have to appreciate the people, they have to inquire the appreciativeness. Then empathy, map, smart goal setting, small goal setting they have to do. Like monthly plan, sales plan, monthly, like that. Every company has. So this okay. Or the issue is how much actually you have taken given the admissions, like that. That's also goal. So small goals also we have to think. Then smart goal setting, then problem resolution, tools and techniques, coaching and mentoring. So coaching and mentoring is also important. These are the helpful tools. So dimensions of resilience. So 4 factors here. And at the middle you will see the coherence over the. So these all together 4, when we mix, the coherence will get happen. So physical flexibility or the physical, then endurance and strength. Emotional range and flexibility, positive feeling, self-regulation, relationships. Then attention span, mental, that's for the mental. Attention span, mental flexibility, optimistic worldview, incorporative multiple points of view. So mentally also we have to be strong. Then spiritual, so commitment to core values, flexibility and tolerance of others' values and beliefs, and intuition. So these are for the spiritual. So these are the 4 dimensions of resilience. And as I told, okay, for the individual, again we will come back, going back now. So we'll just making a summary now, okay. So for individual resilience, we have seen that what is the demonstrating resilience. So optimism, flexibility, self-confidence, competence, insightfulness, reservedness, perspective, self-control, sociability. These are the demonstrative resilience. And for that, what is the factors inhibiting resilience are poor social skill, poor problem solving. These are the failure points. Lack of empathy, family violence, abuse or neglect, divorce or partner breakup, death or loss if happens with the individuals, then lack of social support. So these affecting on the resilience. And then proactive, actually enhancing factors is social competence. Then problem solving skills. Actually to overcome this factor, these are the enhancing factors. Good coping skill, empathy, secure or stable family, supportive relationship, intellectual abilities, self-efficacy and communication skills. So these are the, yeah, no problem. If you want a break, you can just, so we will take a break and then we'll, yeah, no problem. Yes.
Thank you.
I will say,
जास्त गर्दी थोडंफार मागे जास्त बसले होते ना गर्दी होती. सर लक्ष आहे
डायरेक्ट 12:30ला म्हणजे 12 12:30 संपून जाईल. 12 डायरेक्ट 2 वाजता मग दुसरं दिवशी.
रवि सर, रवि सर.
Come back again. Okay. Why I am just actually going with this movie? Oh, just a minute. I was Hello. Hello. It's okay. So I want actually people have to come back again with the session with the new energy. Okay. All are comfortable now?
Yes.
Yeah, now it's good. Earlier the sound was more, but now it's good. Yes, good. So how we feel? So think about the okay, short. Yeah, yeah.
If you have to be happy, that time you have to be kind and supportive.
Yeah. So this is actually the page, earlier page, and the change. The person how he change, and the moment when he change. Sometimes we are saying that okay, or actually swimming, someone has to pull from backside. So like that, that lady when she actually hold that man hand and then cross the road, then actually that the moment actually, the change moment. Realization, yes. Then second, the persons actually before resilience and after resilience. The difference. How earlier he is sad, just moving around like that. Okay? And after that, he becomes very happy, he proud, feeling like that, okay. Dashing or like that. That's actually reflects on your body language and this reflects how you happy, how you giving the helping. So when you are helping, you become happy. It is an example. So this short film is nothing for that. Okay. Who has come back after the movie? Is anyone? No one? Almost everyone has. Okay. Okay, I am going again with this movie. Let's observe. Again we will go. Okay? Realization of figure, okay, and realization of importance of health. on. So we have to transform the thing to the others also. What we feel, if it's better, we have to give to the others also, like that. So that's the last message is given in this short movie. So this is actually the change form, first of all. So first is actually he was very, he doesn't helping. Then after when he realized, okay, what the actually appreciation get from the old lady. So then he starts to help the others, and then he changes his life. So like that, okay. So we are here now, again coming back to the sessions, and we'll start with the next slides. So demonstrating resilience are connectedness, committed to the community, shared values, structure, roles and responsibility exist throughout the community, supportive, good communication, resource sharing, volunteerism, responsive organizations from schools. So these are actually the demonstrating resilience, and innovating resilience to actually factors are, which is taking downside, that lack of support services, social discrimination, cultural discrimination, norms tolerating violence, deviant peer group, then low socio-economic status, crime rate also sometimes is very actually factors that actually affects on the community, then community disorganization, and then the civil revolts, which is enhancing are the access to support services, community networking, strong cultural identity, strong social support system, norms against violence, and identification as a community, cohesion, community leadership. So these are actually push actually to the community, and the facilitators who are the actually the members, the community leaders, then faith-based organizations, volunteers, non-profit organizations like NGOs, then church, house, worship or temples, like that. Then support services staff, teachers. So our role is also important to build the community. Then youth groups, boys, girls, plan social networking events. So these are actually the members. For the organizations, of course, the demonstrative, the resilience are proactive employees. We have to make the employees proactive. Clear missions with goals and values to the employees, encourages opportunities to influence change. Clear communication, non-judgmental, emphasizes learning, rewards high performance. And then innovating resilience are undue expectations. That's actually unclear. That's not clear to everyone. So just working, but they doesn't know where we have to go, where we have to talk, what we have to do. So that actually expressions also from employees not clear. So conflicted expectations, threat to job security, then lack of personal control, hostile atmosphere, defensive atmosphere, unethical environment, and lack of communication. So these are the factors which actually pushing the organization to the downside, to fail. So they are actually, if we know the problems, we are finding the solution, right? So first of all, to solve the problem, that means we know the problem. Then only we are actually able to solve the problem. And when we will say that we have solved the problem, that means you need to again recreate the problem. If you think that, okay, when we recreate the problem and again solve, then we say that, okay, this is a perfect solution for that problem. So like that, that is actually the areas where the organization gets failed with these factors. And then the factor which actually boosting the organizations towards the success are open communication, open end, not one side. It should be both sides, like we are doing right now. So it should be both side communication. Supportive colleagues. So they have to support to each and every moment, everyone. So supportive colleagues. Clear responsibilities. Everyone should know their responsibility, core responsibility. That's why KRA, that's actually defined when you get the job or when you are giving the job by the employer or this thing to the employee. So what he need to do from day one, he should know what's my responsibility, where is my areas, what is my authorities. So that actually when it is clear responsibility, clear actually defined, then ethical environment. So ethical again very important because most of the cases organizations get failed due to unethical practices. So that should not get happen. So ethical environment, sense of control. So whenever there is a conflict happens with the organization, with one department to other, like when the quality is rejecting some parts, at that time what happens, that purchase or the supplier, there is a conflict happens. So once he is saying that I have sent you the right part, quality is saying no, it is not as per our requirements or our specifications. So they are rejecting the parts. So like that, that conflict gets happen. So that's actually for that, actually sense of control should be there. So where we have to control, what types of control is required. So if suppose confidential matters, so how to control that confidential documents, like that. So sense of control, job security. So people feel that okay, my job is secure. If there is a fear, there is a problem. If people has a fear is actually, I will say the one type of problem which is organization life. If people get fear about their job or their security, they doesn't secure their job, then the problem gets arise. So this is the one type of root cause. Supportive management. So management has to, as I explained earlier, that management has to support. Even there is a fail, okay, management say okay, no problem. Once fail, okay, we will do again. So like that, and then they find that what is the actually lack, where the training is required or knowledge is lacking or what. So that organization has to find and then giving the supportive actions to the team members. Then connectness among departments. So every department, you might be heard the quality circle. How many people have heard about the quality circle? So quality circle is a team. Team members from each department. They are coming together. Wherever the problem is there, they are actually building the quality in a good way. They are coming together and they are actually checking where the problem is arising. Where is the root cause? They are finding the root cause. Then they are collecting the data. They are making the analysis. On that analysis, then they find the root cause, and on that root cause, they are taking the corrective actions as well as the preventive actions. So we are in the industry, we are saying kappa. Kappa means kappa, not kappa. So kappa means CAPA. That means corrective action and preventive action. So we have to take the corrective action as well as preventive action on that root cause, so that it will not get happen again. So like that. So this is a one type of quality rule, I will say. So that we are implementing in the organizations. So this is the connectness with the department, each department with each others, even with the functions. With the functions like I will say operation. Operation is also depends on the purchase. Purchase also depends on the sales, like that. So it's connectness. Each and every person is connected each other, and then they are actually having the communication, interactions, and then the workflow. So workflow, in workflow diagram, process flow diagram, that is get defined about the connectness, and then recognition. At the end, every person requires the recognition, appreciation, and the organization has to recognize the people. They have to see that who is performing. They have to boost it, they have to promote, and like that. So that recognition is also important. So these are the factors which is enhancing or boosting the organizations to the upper level, success level, like that. So these are the also coming in the strategies. So how in this way the organization has to check the strategies. They have to implement the strategies, and for building these pillars, I will say the pillars or this, because platform we have developed now. The platform is developed by the personal resilience, community resilience, family resilience that we have built. Now the organization is building the pillars to the successful pillars, I will say. And who is the facilitators? So employers, of course, because even the organization is ready, management is ready, but employee is not ready. Is it workful? So that's the reason actually employer is able to give. So that's employer. Employees also there. Managers are there because managers are the mediators. Because managers are the in between top management and the workers or employees. So they are actually, and your role in future, if suppose some, I say that some are the students also here. So for them in future also it is important that they are in the middle. And when they are in the middle, they have to listen to the top management and has to deliver to the employees. So what to deliver and what not to deliver, that is also important. Because you will deliver all the things, it will not end. So that's important. So that's employees also has to the participant, managers also, directors, okay, which giving the director top management, then employee assistant programs. So that's meetings and everyone. That's actually employee assistant program is required, and other businesses. So these are the facilitators. Other businesses in the sense that we have the business partners. The business partners are the customers or suppliers, vendors, like that. So these are the other businesses. So that's are facilitating the organization. The feature of resilient organization is to promote diversity, modularize, redundancy, then check assumptions, and then embrace natural ecological cycle, sensitive to their environment, type feedbacks to detect threshold, and transparency. Transparency should be important. So the organization should be transparent. They know, each and every person knows what our organizations has the vision, their mission, where they want to go in next 5 years. So some big organizations have the plan up to 2050. So they are saying today that we will be there. In 2050 we will be there, like that. So next 20-25 years they have the plan. So like that, the transparency, and their employees know their transparency. So that actually building their the confidence, their trust on the organization. So for building the trust, the transparency is required. Promote trust, develop social networks, leadership in concern or adaptability, strong sense of identity. So that's leadership also from the employees. They have to build the leaders. They have to push that leaders, and then the leader is taking the I will say the charge. Emphasis of learning. From the learning also experimentations and social rules and embracing change. So that emphasizes the organization. It's tolerant. Foresight, think through consequences and unintended consequences. Unpredictable is different from unforeseeable. So foresight, they have to be foresight. Scenario planning, and then they have the plan, as I told that, okay, they have the plan for next few years or few months or few days, like that. So they have the plan. So there is a short goal plan, there is a long term plan. So now we will see. So this up to this, we have seen that how the resiliency, organizational resilience. So first of all, we have seen that what is meant by resilience. I am again going back. Why I am taking again the review, because then for next it is also required. So we have seen that resilience, then the personal, then the family, community, and then organization. Now there are strategies to build this resilience in the organizations, and then these strategies to improve your resilience at work. So everyone is ready? Okay. So at work, resilient people are better able to deal with the demands placed upon them, especially where those demands might require them to dealing with constantly changing priorities and a heavy workload. So you have heard that, okay, if suppose someone has a load or some computer work or like that, and he requires the resources, so he is demanding that, okay, I want this, so that I will able to better give more efficiently work or like that. And that actually workplace, that management has to provide the workplace. So he is demanding for the change. He is ready for the change. So this is a strategy. So management is taking that strategy. Okay, what is demand? Where is required? What is required? So on that basis, they are actually checking the demand, and then on that basis, they are making the strategy. So resilience is not a characteristics gifted to someone, individual and not others. The key here is that resilience is not a passive quality but an active process. So this is very important. So it's an active process. It's not just say that okay, it's okay, you give and you now perform. So no, it's actually actively they have to participate. How we approach life and everything it can throw has a massive impact on our experiences. So its impacts on our experience also. Then we find that okay, my experience is very bad or good or like that. So we are seeing to others. Okay. The good news is that although some people seem to be born with more resilience than others, you agree? We are coupling यार नहीं उसका तो यार बचपन से वो होशियार ही है तो वो आने वाला ही है फर्स्ट हाँ होता है ना so that's actually so some people are saying that okay they are resilient are earlier also from born they are earlier those whose resilience is lower can learn how to boost their ability to cope thrive and flourish when the going gets tough because what is happening in organizations the peoples are coming from different fields. So they are not only from one field. So when the peoples in the organization coming from the different fields, so someone has their strength, their weakness, like that. So then the organization has to see that okay, how actually they are and to use their talent and their skills in the work. So that is the good thing. So cherish social support and interaction. Good relationship with family and friends and others are vital. Being active in the wider community. So for social support is also required for the strategies and interactions. That's treat problems as a learning process. Develop the habit of using challenges as opportunities to acquire or master skills and build achievements. So we have to say the problem learning process is again important. So treat these problems as a learning process. Develop the habits of using challenges as opportunity and see the opportunity and to acquire or master skills to build the achievement. So I will again we will go with a small clip here. So how we are actually building the challenges and how we will come on. So from this actually we have seen that, okay, how he feels sometimes and again coming back. So this is the learning process. So we are also having in our day life. Avoid making a drama out of the crisis. Okay, I fail or like that, complain and like that. So that we have to avoid. Stress and change are part of life. How we interrupt and respond to events has a big impact of how stressful we find them. As I told, stress is important because stress is important for our life. But how we are managing with the stress, that is very important. And we have to take it positively. Celebrate your success. Take time at the end of each day to review what went well and congratulate yourself. So every day, at the end of the day, you have to have your back and say, yes, today I have done this. Even anyone is not recognized or appreciate or like that, but you yourself has to appreciate. At the end of the day, we have to say to the God, yes, my day was very good. I have done these things very good, and these are my achievements for today. So this trains the mind to look for success, because then it boosts your internal energy, and then it gives you the energy for the next day, dwelling on negativity and failure. So as I told in spiritual, when you are making your aura, so when you are making your aura, there are the layers. The layers, first layer, normally in psychology, actually psychologist, it's a part of psychology, but I'm just sharing with you. So first layer is actually the aura, it happens only with the 5 members all around. Only 5 members in first layer, around you. So you have to choose that 5 members, how positive they are. Because whenever the negativity is coming, every day negativity is coming towards us. But that has to go back, they have to bounce back from that layer. So how strong is your aura, that depends that how the negativity is going back. So first layer is 5. So 5 is maybe your family members, your mother, father, wife, husband, whatever. So you have to choose that 5 members. Second layer is a 50, and it's actually scientifically proven. So next is 50, then 150. 50 is your relatives, friends, and like that. And again, so like you have to choose your circle also. So we are saying that our circle. So our circle we have to choose, and that actually giving you the positivity. So that actually dwelling on the negativity and failure. That actually the negativity will go away from you. So develop realistic life goals or guidance and a sense of purpose. Do something each day to move towards them. Again, small is beautiful. One small step amid the chores of busy day will help. So we say that every day small achievements become a big achievement one day. So we have to think that our goal, we have to cut our goal in small pieces. Then we are able to reach up to the big goal. So keep realistic perspective. Place challenging for painful events in the broader context of lifelong personal development. So that is also important. So this is also one strategy. Then nurture a positive view of yourself. Developing confidence in your ability to solve problems and trusting your insistence helps to build resiliency. Practice optimism. Nothing is either wholly good or bad. Make your thinking work for your benefits rather than letting it stymie you with doubt or by seeing only the bad side. So always we have the two sides. So we have to see that, okay, the positive side, not the bad side. So like I say that, okay, in the psychological manner, so brain. So again, when stress is happen, what is happen? When you have the stress, what happens? What are the symptoms of stress? When the stress is coming, then you have the sweating. Right? BP is going high. So this is the symptoms happens. You are feeling uncoziness, so uncomfortable you are feeling that time. and how to overcome. Because stress is coming. I say that okay, stress is coming. It's a natural actually in our brain also or our human body also. So in that scenario, we have to think, because I am not from medical side. I am from the engineering side and management side. But whatever I learned that actually there when the stress is coming, then antitoxin become low. That actually reflects the blood cells and these things getting low. And there we have to boost. We know actually, okay, it's going down. So we have to take actions. What's the first action? Calm down. Take a breath. Slow breathe. Take a breath. Get calm down. Okay. If required, pray. Pray. Sometimes people are saying, oh, like that. Some whatever their God or like their mother, oh my God, like that. So take the pray. Then that will actually boost the antitoxin in your body. That will help to develop the antitoxin building. If you are able to share with your close one, share. Don't keep with yourself. Because sharing is actually again transforming your antitoxin to the others. So not only you, but the next person who is there. Maybe your parent, your family members, or your friends, or like that. When you are sharing, he is also sharing. So both antitoxin is increasing, and that helps to become healthy. So that's also required. And the third one is, if you are able to hug or shake hand or Wi-Fi, or Wi-Fi, no? Clap, high five, okay, high five, clap, like that. So that also boost. That also boost actually to increase the antitoxin level higher, and that coming out from this. So it's all about your relationship. Let's see. So relationship to self, relationship to others, where you are sharing or in, and then relationship to environment. So when we are saying that relationship to self, so first of all, confident, optimistic, positive, self-aware, and self-managing. So this is for the relationship to self. Relationship to others, appreciate, helpful, then accepting, collaborative, and empathy. So this is the relationship to others. So again, for the environment, the relationship to environment is reframing our environments, goal-oriented, future-minded, purposeful, and proactive. These are actually the relationships to environment. We have these relationships. To everyone we have the relationships, and that we have to build stronger. So never complaints. Actually we have to make the requests. So instead of complaining, we have to make requests. So we have to change this page. Then asking for help, as I told. Okay. If you are in trouble, you have to ask the help to your closer one. That will actually again giving you the boost, the resilience. You have to focus on the problem statements. What's the problem you have right now in front of you? So that problem statements you have to define. Then on that problem statement, you have to make the self-management. Like find a positive memory also, so that it will become in a positive memory. Then commitments to action. So whatever we are committing, we are taking the action. So first of all, this is also important because commitment is very important. If we committed, if we are giving the respect to the committed persons only, you have seen that. So that's the reason actually commitments to action is very important. So at the last, what is the resilience is in the form of reframing and thinking, clarify purpose and meaning. So these are coming on the strategies also. People connectivity, practice positivity, moderate stress, and managing emotions. Sometimes we have to think from the heart, from the brain also. And sometimes it is very become difficult that we have to heart from heart or brain. So in that situation, it is very difficult to manage the emotions. So we have to, according to situation, we have to take a decision. So we have to take a decision in this way also. So 10 ways to build the resilience. We have the time now, 12 to 12:30 or 12:30. We have the time. So we'll just go now. 10 ways to build the resilience. So first we have seen that make connections. I'm just taking the slide in the briefer way. Good relationships with close family members, friends or others are important. Then you can't change the fact that highly stressful events happen, but you can change how you interpret and respond to these events. Accept that change is a part of living. Accepting circumstances that cannot be changed can help you. Focus on circumstances that you can alter. We are just able to alter, not change. Sometimes it happens. You never change your boss. You are able to change your coordinate or subordinate. So that's actually, sometimes you are not able to change the circumstances, but you are able to alter. Then move towards your goals. This is a fourth. Then develop some realistic goals. As I told, realistic goal is very important. Unrealistic goals, if we say that okay, so if it will not happen, so that's the reason actually goal has to cut in the small pieces. Do something regularly, even if it seems like a small accomplishment that enables you to action. It's a fifth one. Then take decisive actions rather than detaching completely from problems. Don't go away from the problems. Whatever the decision, it's wrong or right or like that, actually the time will say. But we have to take the decision that time. That is very important. And then look for opportunities for self-discovery. People often learn something about themselves and may find that they have grown in some respect as a result of their struggle with adversities. Nurture a positive view of yourself. This is the seventh one. So when you have to become a winner, you have to nurture positive view of yourselves. Developing confidence in your ability to solve problems and trusting your instinct help build resilience. The eighth one is keep things in perspective manners. Even when facing very painful events, try to consider the stressful situations in a broader context and keep a long-term perspective. The ninth one is to maintain a hopeful outlook. You have to be hopeful. You have to think that okay, tomorrow is a better. Actually, this will be good for me. Then try visualizing what you want rather than worrying about what you fear. Because as I told, fear is the problem, and we have to cover that fear. So take care of yourselves. So that is also important, because if we build ourselves, we will build this is the 10th one. So pay attention to your own needs and feelings. Engage in activities that you enjoy. So if we have the hobbies, I will say keep their hobbies alive, because that hobbies is a part of actually your life. So that will give you the energy, that will actually taking out from the stress. So you have to maintain that hobbies, and it will give the enjoyment also, and find relaxing. So again, exercise regularly. So whatever exercise, I will say 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever. So regularly we have to do the exercises. So this mindfulness process to taking out from the stress. As I told, as I earlier actually given you some hint also for mindfulness. So you observe how you tend to react. You decide. First of all, observe. Don't react fast. First observe. Then you decide that this is not how you want to behave. And then you make the effort to change what you do in order to get to the desired results. Then it will give you the mindfulness process. So the tips, there are also some tips that You can take care of your body with the diet and nutrition. Take care of your body with the exercise and activity. Then you have to sleep and rest. Even meditation. So meditation also you have to do regularly. So that some people are doing Omkar. How many people from here making Omkar? So it's also good because it's giving you spiritually. So you can take just once you can try that also. So you will feel that okay. And yoga also. Yoga will also give you the good health. Then second is live to learn. We have to be hungry for the learning. Learn new things. So tips is live to learn. Then third is engage in random acts of kindness and open your heart to receive it from others. So first of all, we have to help to others also simultaneously. Take the help also wherever is required. So you have to be, and here bring humor into your life. So you are in the picture you will see the arrow is towards, but it is written as so like that. So bring humor into your life. So cautious. Make your own reality unhelpful thoughts plus negative feelings because it will happen. It becomes self-repeating behavior. And make your own reality when it is with the helpful thoughts plus more positive feelings. It gives you more constructive behavior. This is a comparison. How it happens. Beware of self-destructive thinking, turning a situation into a catastrophic. Black and white thinking, then personalizing, mind reading. So we have to read the minds also with the others. It will help. So then overgeneralizing, selective listening. What to listen and what not to listen, that is also important. Plant optimistic thoughts. So start a gratitude journal. Write a gratitude letter to someone. Keep your positive focus. And as I told earlier, every day evening or every day night we have to, before going to sleep, we have to say that okay, I have done these good things today. Like that. I have at least 3 good things happening in my life right now. So this we have to recognize. Okay, what these 3 good things? Minimum 3 good things. What is happening? So it becomes you actually giving you the positive thinking. So identify your strength and enhance them. So that is also important. So because strength, only one actually who is there. We know our strength. So that we have to enhance. And on that basis, take action to build your resilience. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Reach out for help. Simultaneously help to others. Then work on being positive and optimistic. Use your strength of your advantage and take control. So controlling also important. So take control. So these are the actions. And this is the man never made any material as resilient as the human spirit. This is by Williams. So this is we, or I, is the person resilient. And actually how I have to become resilient, that depend on me only. So that's why I told that we are saying that quality starts with me, like that resilience starts with me. So when we have resilience, then the things will get. So that's the human being, which is actually giving the spirits. Any questions so far? I think we have covered at times, but if you have any questions, you can just ask. Okay. I will say then. Yeah, you have? Okay, please.
Sir, what we have seen is the organizational resilience. Okay, so what we say, what enhances actually ability of an organization to rebound effectively. Any example that you can share which says the organization has gone down and now it had shown its resilience in its operations?
See, most of the organizations are there. See, for example, currently we are saying that some organizations are facing one problem. Like Tata Motors, if we take, everyone knows now, okay? So they knows that the future is EV, electrical vehicle, and the petrol and diesel engines and all these things will go down. So how they are coming back? Even you have seen that when the Tata has gone to the port for purchasing, and how he behavior, the port has behavior with him. Then he has come back. He has come back with his management persons. They are very sad that day. Okay. But then one day he has purchased the port. So he has again, he has bounced back in this way. So when he has bounced back in the car technology, so then he has the technology with the advance, which he is now transferring to his small cars. And that's the reason today we are finding that in the automotive sector, lots of features with the low prices are coming up. So this is the example. This is one type of example. You agree?
Yes, sir.
Anyone? So this, see, sometimes that day if he has not taken or he is not get hurt from the board, he never come up like that. So I tell that okay, I have told earlier also that there is a ignition is required. That ignition may be the spark with the, actually you have the from someone is bad word or like that, it hurts. When it hurts, then you start. Then it becomes actually you have to achieve that goal like that. There are lots of examples, lots of.
In this example what you have given Tata, there is two lines which I just want to add. When they went to port to backwards by somewhere around 2 billion in 2008, when
Yes.
there was actually recession.
Yes.
And when everyone was shouting ki why you are buying, when Ford was unable to continue
Exactly.
with Land Rover and Jaguar.
And with the high price,
High price.
he has bidding the high because in his mind was very clear. One day they have told me to get out. Now I will say that okay, I am coming and taking you. So I am helping you. I am helping you to purchase this plant like that. Okay.
But from the business perspective, sir, they had a car which are not more than 10 lakhs. And now when entry of Land Rover and Jaguar, they have a direct entry of 50 lakhs plus cars. So that is actually built. So he has that in mind also to buy Land Rover and Jaguar.
So Land Rover or like that. So that car actually when he has purchased that plant, so he has think in another way also. Why he has think that okay, I am getting that technology. So if I take that technology in my small car, even he has think for the nano also. Because he is taking in actually seen that okay, for a small family the car is required. So that's the reason he come with the nano also. So it is not actually only the Jaguar or like that, but from the small car also like that. So both the way, it's both the way, but it helps out to the community. It helps to the community like us today. Otherwise, it will not get happen. A good thing. Yeah, ask good questions. Anyone? You have questions, please. Don't hesitate, because it's an interactive session. See, so and resilience is really, I told that it's very actually good subject. The institute has chosen. I will say the thanks to the management team that they have used this subject, because it's the resilience is from us. So when we are, because it happens with everyone. Everyone is get pale, he come up. Even you, I will just give you one example, and then you see that okay, 2 kids are there. So what happens? One kid is actually running, and he fall down. He fall down. He says here and there and like that, and then he's again get back and go actually walking. Just second one is that when he actually fall down, immediately the mother is coming. Oh, Baba, you hurt or like that, and then he start trying. So now with these 2 examples, who will grow in future? Of course. Why? Why? The mother is taking care, still he is not grow. Why? because he has a support. But then still work. First is grow. Why?
You know how to deal with situations.
Yes, because he failed. He knows there is no one to help me. It's my life. I have to solve my problems. And in this way, he will come up again and he will actually grow. Or he will become successful person. So this is the actually comparison. Even you have seen that with the small clip, you have seen that he doesn't know the actually strength of his hand, but his hand has saved his life. When he says stop to the car stops and he saves his life. Then he says, oh, it's the power of my hand. So with this hand I am able to do lots of things. Then he starts helping. He starts helping to the baby with the balloon. Then the volunteer with the sign. Then like that. So he is helping to others. Then he realizes. And in this way he becomes happy as well as he is making people also happy. And when he sees that, okay, someone is like me earlier, he is again on that level, on that point. Then he take a actually blind person's, he play the role and he again treat him that how he has to react. So it is not only that, okay, we are also failing, but that's the reason we have to share our experiences. And that experiences is get copied by our family or like that. Because when they knows that my parent has failed that time in that situation and how he came back. When he came back in that situation, how he did, how he take decisions. In that decision, how he learn. So that learning is not only for us, it's learning for our others, colleagues, even in the organization. As he has asked me questions for the organizations about Tata. So why we are also learning right now? Why we are giving the example? We are giving the example because we are also learning. Even second clip, we have seen that Amitabh Bachchan. He has mentioned there are 3 points in that clip is important. First of all, he has talked about Dhirubhai Ambani. So he is also proud feeling because he also seen with Dhirubhai Ambani as a leader. He is inspiration person. And from that he also learned. That's why what he says, no, I don't want the money. I will solve my problem my own. And second, when he solve his problem, he become proud. So when he become proud, it again learning for us as a community. Because we are also giving the example now with his. So when he is building, still he is working. So you see that, okay, how minds has to be stable. So for that, spiritual is important, meditation is important, exercise is important. Because at the age of 81, still working, still delivering, still performing, I will say. So like that, we have to take that. These are positive things we have to take. Okay, there are also some negative things in around us. But as I told, we have to build our aura. Our aura. So in our aura, we have to choose. Even in our family, we have the negative people. The first layer, I told that 5 persons, only allowed. That 5 persons should be positive. How much they are positive, it will become your aura very strong. So that the negative thing will go bounce and back. That will not get actually interact with your life. Not your family will not get affected like that. So this is actually very important. Anyone? Understood? Okay. So what's the summary now? Anyone? Is it really helpful today's session?
Yes,
Am I asking
yes.
all of? Yeah, please.
Never give up, trust the process, and keep going.
Yes, good. Very good. Clap. Yeah. Can we stop now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir, for the enlightening session. We are filled with the profound sense of gratitude. Your knowledge sharing has indeed enriched the learning experience for all of us. As we conclude this session, let's reflect on the valuable insights we have gained. We have learned that resilience is not just about surviving challenges, but thriving through them. Inspired by Vivek Bindra's video, we discover the power of becoming a possibility scanner. Instead of fixating on limitations, we learn to seek opportunities by becoming a substantial, not circumstantial. We have learned about the crucial resilience attributes that can empower us to navigate life's challenges. These attributes include confidence, positivity, self-aware, managing, collaborative, goal-oriented, and future-minded. Now, why resilience is becoming more important than ever? In today's rapidly changing world, we are often met with the expected twists and turns with two factors, enduring factors and emerging factors. We have learned valuable lessons from the incredible journey of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, who defied all odds to bounce back from bankruptcy while refusing help from Dhirubhai Ambani. A resilient person is likely to recognize and manage their own feelings and understand other feelings too. We learned the factors that promote resilience, that is, ability to cope up with stress effectively, solving skills, seeking help, having social support, and spirituality. Lastly, we learn about the strategies to improve work resilience with a mindful process. Let's embrace the lessons from today's session, be a possibility scanner, and keep building your resilience from a brighter, more competitive future. Thank you for being a part of this session, and I wish you all the best in your resilient journey ahead, and keep in mind that giving up is never an option. Once again, I would like to thank our esteemed guest, Mr. Sandeep Jadhav sir. Now we would be having case study discussion session on today's topic. So I request all the participants to be seated here. Thanks a lot.